Today on the Philly Talk podcast, we got to talk about how the Eagles own the trenches going into the 2023 season, and this is one of the main reasons why I believe there's going to be no Super Bowl hangover. We also got to talk about all 32 teams' biggest non-quarterback cap hit. Guess who got the smallest one? The Philadelphia Eagles, thanks to one Howie Roseman. And last but not least, we're talking about the trenches. There were so many players on the Eagles' defensive line last year who had their best season, but two of them is going to have a better season in 2023 because they're just getting started.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's I like. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk podcast, and today we got a lot to get into. But before we do that, help your boy out and hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, and ding the bell so you know when we go live, drop videos, all that good stuff. Even YouTube Shorts, I dropped the Josh Sweat used to play tight end and punter short. It's crazy. Go check it out when you got some time. But we got to talk about the defensive line, and when I saw Pro Football Focus post this, I was like, duh, right? Number one last year on both sides, and we didn't have much of a drop-off. Hargrave, 11 sacks. But now you got guys like Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, a healthy Jordan Davis to just supplement what you lost there. Plus, they are all better at stopping the run, and that was a huge flaw for the Philadelphia Eagles in 2022, especially in the biggest game of the season. So where's the drop-off? If you look at the playoff teams last year or in the last decade, the Final Four are teams that normally have the better D-line, the better O-line. The San Francisco 49ers pretty much got as far as they did solely off their trenches. Trent Williams is the best left tackle in the game, right? They got a really good defensive line. They have quarterback problems, but what was the first move? Go out and get another piece for the defensive line in Javon Hargrave. It is what it is. The trenches is where you win games. A lot of games. Now, your quarterback can win a game. A secondary member can win a game. But the trenches keep things consistent. That's why Jalen Hurts' rookie season, not his rookie season, his first year starting where we made the playoffs, 9 wins, we got blown out by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I knew just off the strength of our defensive line and offensive line, we were going to do something. Now, mind you, BG gets hurt. Our D-line goes, it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. But we sure went healthy, and now we're adding more weapons to the line. We're going to be that D-line for years to come, especially with the Georgia Dogs, Philly Dogs. Go get yours. Link will be in the description, and you can see it in the pinned comment section. Now let's talk a little bit about Howie Roseman and how great he is before we get to the two guys I want to talk about on the D-line who had their best year, but they're just getting started. Now, these are all the non-quarterback cap hits in 2023, every team's biggest one. And you got guys like Budda Baker for the Cardinals, $16.8 million, right? You got guys like Ronnie Stanley for the Ravens with $23 million. He's an offensive lineman. Now, remember, good offensive lineman, but he's not better than Lane Johnson. That is the Eagles' biggest non-cap hit in 2023. And mind you, Jalen Hurts' cap hit is small because of the brilliance of Howie Roseman. But Lane Johnson, the best right tackle in the game, cap hit is 14.7. You got pass rushers like TJ Watt right next to him with a 29.4 million. Trent Williams, the best left tackle, right? So you got the best left tackle, the best right tackle. The best right tackle is 14.7. The best left tackle is 27.2. Again, the way Howie works it. Now, there's going to be some years where we have a big cap hit, not named Jalen Hurts, whether it's A.J. Brown, whether it's this guy, or this guy. But we know how crucial the running back season is. We know how hard it is to run it back. He's done everything in his power to make it as realistic as possible. And so when people say, it's too hard to go right back, I understand that. But you have to look at what was done in this offseason, the intricate parts of making sure we're able to have money. We still can make a move. There's rumors a move is going to be made per Derek Gunn. We'll talk about that later. Actually, D-Gun might be coming on the channel. I just got to fine-tune the days. Then we can hear from him. But this right here is part of the reason, right? Number one D-line, number one O-line. That's one reason I feel confident. Jalen bleeping Hurts. That's one reason I feel confident. Howie Roseman continuing to make this era of Jalen Hurts fantastic. That's another reason. Now, I want to talk about the first guy, right? It's Haason Reddick and Josh Sweat. Reddick is 28 years old. That's a prime pass rush age. Josh Sweat is 26. He's becoming his prime year. But let's look at this. First of all, shout out to Haason Reddick. He had a beautiful mini camp for the young kids out there. Listen to this. Listen to this one clip where a little kid asked Haason Reddick, do you think I can make the NFL? This just touched my heart. This is Haason Reddick's dad. Him and Haason Reddick run this camp. Listen to this.
Yes, I do. As long as you work hard and you do good in school, stay out of trouble, of course you can. Yes, yes.
Thank you for believing in me.
Always.
He said, thank you for believing in me.
His legacy is just someone that went out there and accomplished, what couldn't have been accomplished. You know what I mean? Like I say, your story is just, unbelievable.
Karen Wall, NBC 10 News.
Touching. He said, as long as you do good in school and apply yourself, you can make the NFL. He said, for real? Thanks for believing in me. Again, great camp. And Josh T, I guess, met with him or talked to him during this or after this event. And this is what Eagles All-Pro Bowl linebacker Haason Reddick had to say. He said, I'm in great shape. As crazy as it sounds, I feel as if there's still more levels for me to tap in. Haason Reddick, coming off a 16-sack season, his best of his career, feels like there's another level he can tap into. And this is why we've seen him training this hard in the offseason. This is a guy coming off his best season. Why not kick back and relax? Because there's more meat on the bone. There's more levels. Look at the footwork, though. The stop, start, the bend. And this is where they compare him to Nolan Smith. The bend to get around tackles is just there. He doesn't lose speed. He's trying to add more to the bag that's already pretty big. Again, the hips. Always practicing that strip sack, right? Had one of the best seasons in his career for forced fumbles. He probably led the league. I think he did lead the league. He also said, we know our ultimate goal, but it starts with us striving for constant success. So he understands the unit goals and his own goals. And again, shout out to him for having the camp for the little ones. This is his 5th camp in Camden. And I'm glad he's home. I'm glad he's home with the Eagles doing what he loves to do. Now, let's talk about Josh Sweat. And again, there's going to be so much attention to some of these rookies, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Nolan Smith when he's on the field, right? We can't forget BG coming off his best season too. However, I think pulling pass rushers off the field to get guys like Nolan Smith on and Milton Williams, I think it's ultimately going to eat into guys like BG's work. We'll see. But Josh Sweat is in his prime, and look how he's been doing. Every year better, right? Josh Sweat, sacks by year. In 2019, 4. He was a rotational piece. In 2020, 6. Still somewhat of a rotational piece. In 2021, he became the full-time starter, 7.5. And in 2022, missed some games, full-time starter, 11 sacks. This guy is still only 26 years old. We haven't seen the best. I totally agree with Brendan. No way he doesn't top last year with all the attention across the board, inside, outside, this guy. If Nolan Smith is lined up on Haason Reddick's side, You got one off joker, one inside joker, or however you want to call it. That's going to be a lot of attention. How do you even remember Josh Sweat's there? But 11 sacks should make you remember. He's going to be on the field more than BG. He's going to be a guy that is slept on. And I can't wait for him to come out with his best season of yet. Mind you, 11 was his best. 16 was Haason Reddick's best. And they're coming in together as a duo that is underrated. You hear the Nolan Smith hype, the Jalen Carter hype. What is Jordan Davis going to do year 2? Let's not forget about BG. Josh Sweat is a dog. And because he's from Philly, he's a Philly dog too. You know what I mean? Look, let me show you this. And some people were laughing on the YouTube short talking about this stat, but it's good to track. This is next gen pass rush get off leaders in 2022. Again, as soon as that ball snapped, who has the quickest get off? Number 1 was Myles Garrett with 0.69. Number 2 was Josh Sweat with 0.75. Then you had Carl Lawson with 0.76. Trey Hendricks, who's a monster over there in Cincinnati, with 0.77. And Yannick Ngakoue, who's out there available, with 0.77. And once again, this is your get-off speed. He's an athlete. That's why he was playing tight end in high school. He's an explosive athlete. Did you see his combine? He's for 6'5", not many people move as quick as he does off the line of scrimmage. And again, second. So that get-off is just going to get better. And the get-off is going to get him more sacks in 2023. Dave Spadero has an article on Eagles.com saying Josh Sweat is a force who is putting it all together. I want to get to the quotes, actually. So this is the first quote. I actually feel younger now. I feel stronger, he said. I work harder now, and I know what to do when I'm on the field. I want to get out there and run around and be fast and not do a lot of thinking, especially the defense with the defense we had. Every year you have to prove yourself even more, and the goal is to get better each year. That gets harder because I'm improving every year. I feel threatened every year. People are coming at me, right? He said if I ever don't feel that way, it's going to be a problem. That won't happen because that's just not me. I can't coast. I can't take anything for granted. I'm a 4th-round draft pick. I had this injury, the severe injury in high school, that nearly cut his career short. That made me think maybe I wouldn't come back. This game means so much to me, and I love it so much that I attack it every day. Lastly, I have a chip. I have this chip on my shoulder. I feel like I should have made the Pro Bowl last year because it was my best season. No question. Now I'm back to being even better. I'm ready to ramp this up and get this going. I'm excited about this defense and about what we got going here. It's going to be a lot of fun learning together and growing together. He also talked about being the oldest guy in the room, one of the oldest guys in the room, because all the young pups, they call it, but he's only 26. He feels stronger, faster. We've seen the get-off is at an all-time high, number 2 in the NFL. And this is a minimum of 300 pass rushes. So you had to rush the passer at least 300 times to be in this category. But he looks faster, looks stronger. Each year he's gotten better. And now there's so much attention to the defensive line. At every point of it, it's only going to make his opportunities that much more stronger. That much more stronger. Again, number 1 O-line, number 1 D-line. That's besides the best duo at wide receiver. That's besides the best tight end in the NFC. Top 5 in the NFL for sure. That's besides the point that we got Jalen Hurts, who Jonathan Allen said should be number 1 on the top 100 list. And regardless where you put him, he's one of the best. He's the best quarterback in the NFC. You can argue the Joe Burrow thing, but I got Jalen Hurts over Joe Burrow. But I got to give it to Pat Mahomes until I see Jalen beat his. Pat Mahomes been doing it for years now. It is what it is. But the core guys we got, I will match our core guys with anybody's core guys, and I'm taking the Philadelphia Eagles. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section as it pertains to everything. I love the different opinions that you guys got. Whether you call me wrong, call me right, call me dumb, call me smart. I love hearing from y'all, Eagle Nation. Get your Philly dog hats. We got Kelly Green. We also got Midnight Green. We also got the Philly dog shirt. Drop the muscle emoji. This is the 15-minute mark. If you made it to the 15-minute and 18-second mark, drop the muscle emoji. And if you want to see Josh Sweat catch a one-hand pass as a tight end, it should be popping up right around here. Right around here. Help your boy out. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new. Check out the YouTube short, Josh Sweat. And next time, I'll catch you on the next one. We out.